Oh, hey YouTube, what's up? This is another Hellride. I don't know what number we're up to because we stopped counting a long time ago, but we were at some large number, and then we stopped counting. Woo! So why is the show back? You might ask. Why are we watching another Hellride? I found an app, and I was like, yeah, let me test this out. And so this is the test. We'll call it Hellride 94, 93, or something, or 90 something. In the 90s, there was a Hellride. So, yeah, it's been a minute since I did one of these little guys. So let's just do another one, right? That's the thought here. This one's live. I did find, after all that live complaining I did yesterday, I found an app. Thanks for filling me in, internet, that there's already a YouTube app that does live streaming. But I guess I should have searched that before all the complaining I did. I'm going to have to stop by and get gas, so you guys are going to watch me fill up at the pump. You don't have to watch, but you got to be, it's going to happen either way. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. Like, I don't know if this event's like really live. Or if it's like, I don't know how events work really. I don't get it. It's okay. It's low quality because the bandwidth I am granted is 3G. So it has to be this low quality. I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna make a Patreon thing where, it says X amount of dollars is donated and we'll get some better bandwidth up in here. But as far as like doing it all on my own, this is what we get. Okay, guys? So no complaining. No, it looks like a potato. Because, it's 240 resolution, so it pretty much is a potato. But that, you get what you pay for, really. So if you want better potato Hellride quality, then donate to my Patreon or just hit the support this channel button on my main page. And I think I get 100% of that revenue. So if you want to help, donate like $10. And that'll bump us up to 4G. Instead of 3G, which I didn't want to pay that. I think it's $20 actually, but I don't want to pay the extra money for the 4G. So yeah, that's that story. Exciting story about me not wanting to spend extra money on 4G. I'm a new dad, if you guys didn't know. So that's been going on in my life. I've been new dadding it up. That's really cool, being a new dad and all. I get to see this little guy starting to grow up, exit his mother's vagina hole, and do all that stuff. I cut the umbilical cord. I'm being there for him, supporting him, carrying him around, and doing things with him. And it's a really special time. I never thought I would be a father, but now that I am, I'm very, very grateful and very, very happy that, this all went down the way it did. So, yeah, that's my stuff on being a new dad. Baby's super cute. I did some videos with him in them. I released them on the internet. Some of them cost a little money, but all that money will go to a good cause. His child fund or college fund or whatever you want to call it. It's going to a baby fund. So if you want to support the new little guy, just watch one of his videos. They're out there on the internet. They do cost money. I know some people do not like that. They hate it, in fact. But it is what it is, right? Wow, this place is ghettos. I don't even know where the parksies. I don't know. Mhm. Mhm. I want to park right there, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get that spot. That's a little crazy, right quick. Oh, back that up. Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah, I gotta get gas here because like that's not really another option for a while. Mm-hmm. All right, so we got a good view actually. There you go, guys. Just hang out here for a minute. Got a great view. Just gonna buy gasoline or petro, as the Europeans call it. So I'll be a minute. So we're back. Not that we went anywhere, we got gas. So we did the gas thing, that's cool. Now let's do the rest of the Hellride. And that gas station is packed. So the brim. So I purposely left at this time. Well, my day was over pretty much. But I purposely left at a time so we can get a full effect of traffic in Miami. The rudeness, the bad drivers, the whole effect, you know? Why half-ass it? Yeah, stay in that lane. The asinine that is the asinine. So here we go. We're going to do this thing. So we're off to a bad start. Let's slow this monkey down. I would listen to music or something, but YouTube has been very strict lately. So they're not playing around with any kind of music or copyrights or jingles or anything, really. So even in the live stream, they're just as bad. So if you thought like that the gaming portion, the live streaming gaming was going to change any of that, it's not. It did improve a little bit. Now, I'm not going to say it works 100% of the time or whatever. They did improve the feature that removes songs that have been copyright noticed. Did it. So that's good because I was able to remove some songs from some previous videos of mine. And they're usually fake strikes. They're usually like, not even strikes, they're usually fake claims just so these third-party companies can get a little money off of your YouTube video, which is sad. But the stuff adds up. Like I was looking at one of my my older video that teaches kids how to give themselves tattoos, stick and poke style, or tattoo style, or jailhouse style, whatever you want to call it. That video grossed over $500 in just ad revenue alone. So it's crazy. If you leave a video up long enough, it'll make you some money. This wasn't a short period of time, though. This is over 7, 8, 9 years that this video's been up. Something like that. Almost since the inception of YouTube, this video's been up. But, so that's crazy. But, that and, people sharing and commenting really helps. If you think, oh, these trolls, someday those trolls will make you money, so don't worry about the negative stuff people say, because at the end of the day, you can laugh your way to the bank and feed off of their negativity with something actually positive, which is awesome. So encourage the trolls, feed the trolls. That's my advice to any YouTuber starting out or coming up, to encourage that kind of behavior. Because the more they comment, the more they share, the more they, dislike your videos, the better you are, the better off you are as far as revenue-wise goes, the stuff with the monies. And a lot of people say, oh, I'm not into the money aspect. If you're just doing it for fun, then by all means, just do it for fun. And turn your comments off. Turn your ratings off. Because none of that really matters if you're just doing it for fun. If you're doing it for an ego trip, though, then leave your comments on because you're going to need them. You need those comments boosting your ego or not boosting your ego, making you cry, whatever the case may be. So if you haven't watched any of the Hellrides before, it's pretty much me just ranting about whatever I want to rant about. I did a little rant yesterday about how YouTube needs to step up their game. I'm gonna publicly say, hey, I was wrong. There is a third-party app that lets you do the stuff that I was talking about. But shouldn't that be built in to the YouTube app? Shouldn't that be a feature just like, oh, you want to live stream? Here's a button that does it. I think it should. I don't think it should be an app that's, someone else make money off this app. And that's a cray thing to me. That the original app I was trying to use was $10. And the other app costs, $5. So if you're listening, YouTube, you can actually make money just by adding a button and charging people for clicking on a button. So do that. Get that in there. The official YouTube app needs a live stream. I'm still sticking to my guns with that. Like a broadcast now button or whatever you want to call it. Who cares what the button's called? Put that button in there already. Even if the quality's like not the greatest, whatever. Like I'm dealing with pretty potato type camera right now, but it's something. It's like it's some peanuts instead of no peanuts. I'd rather have a couple, than none. I don't even know if that's a real term or if people actually say that, but why eat the cow when you can have milk for free? If you go to a dairy farm, you'll probably be grossed out from drinking dairy. And other things that people say. I was watching a video about being vegetarian and vegan, and how the farming is more hazardous to our environment than most anything. Like, you think, oh yeah, I'll be green by going vegan or going vegetarian, but you find out what these, the farming industry is doing to the planet. It's like, man, it's all grown with gas and it's all bullshit, and it's gross. Everything's gross. The whole food industry is gross, not just one part of it. It's slaughterhouses and whatever. It's not for everybody. It's pretty cruel, and the conditions they keep the animals in is really sickening and sad. But you stop eating meat isn't going to change the way they're doing things. I always thought that, I was like, yeah, we could boycott meat or whatever, but if you really want to go green, don't eat anything. Just eat dirt. I know that's not an option to eat dirt, but freaking, it's like, I don't know, that lifestyle seems more and more appealing. That way you're limiting your impact on the whole industry. The stuff that you were going to eat is going to be wasted anyway, so at least you're doing some kind of good. I don't know. Dietary choices can't really change the world, even though you want them to, even though you think what the industries are doing is horrifying, because it is. you eating, a veggie patty isn't going to change anything. Because it's the same companies that you're feeding into when you buy that vegetarian patty. It's the same industries. They're all owned by, 3 or 4 different food companies. So if you think you're going to have a big impact on the way things work, you're not. And my best advice is to grow it yourself. Like, that way you know about where it came from, at least. It wasn't grown with harsh chemicals. Do it yourself. That's the only way to ensure that your food's actually good, nutritious, and healthy for you. Just do it yourself. I wish I had the space. I know that's a horrible excuse. I don't have the space. I am renting right now, so I don't think my landlord would appreciate a garden in the backyard. But as soon as I stop renting and feeding into that other beast, I will start a garden and grow as much as I can. Because the whole food industry is whack. But to think that you're changing things by being vegan or being vegetarian is just a notion that it's not realistic. It's not, based in fact. They're not gonna a lot of this meat didn't sell. We waste the waste. That is what bothers me the most, is I guess the waste. But we can't really do anything about that. It's gonna happen. The waste will become more. If everyone turned vegetarian, it would just be more waste. It would just be more cows slaughtered for no reason. Eventually, they would say, "Hey, maybe we should slaughter less cows since we." But probably not, because McDonald's and whatnot still demand huge chunks of meat. But yeah, the whole food industry is a sad state of affairs. Totally lost my train of thought. I looked over and I was like, "Hey, I don't recognize that Walmart." That's how scatterbrained I am. It's been a rough couple of weeks for me with this baby and whatnot. Sleep, what is that? I don't know. I'm very sleep deprived. I'm constantly feeling like I can just shut my eyes and go to sleep for 12 hours and be okay with it. So that's a constant state of feeling for me. When I get home, though, I gotta still, make the dinners and do the stuff with the fams. It's not a day over once I clock out. It's not like I can just kick my heels up and do nothing. I still got stuff to do, responsibilities to meet. So, yeah, that's another new thing with fatherhood and being a daddy. A lot more responsibility. Oh, look at this mess. Whoop, whoop. Hello, but that S is too fat. So yeah, I don't think that these events are being broadcasted until after the event, but at least it's something. It's enjoy the Hellride as soon as it's possibly published. It will be, as long as this processes afterwards and I don't get no errors. I'll actually buy this app for whatever it is, $5 or whatever, if I can do these potato Hellrides, which are pretty nice, at least you're getting something. I was doing it on another app, but recording that app it just became a chore. It just became like, okay, so it's on this other service, and there's no easy way to download the video from this other service. So it became a huge chore that I would have to actually record the screen while playing the stream. It was real dumb. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. So that's why the Hellrides kind of stopped for a while there. That and I was, preparing to become a new dad and doing all that stuff and losing train of thought. Not really having much to say. So, and not that I have a lot to say now, but like, the thing is that it's the thing, and it's like whichever. What else do I have to say about all that current affairs? Let's talk about the current affairs. Say there's a presidential thing going on. People are already arguing about who's the best candidate for presidency. That's gonna be. We're stuck with that shit for another year now, or I guess November. It's not quite a year, but it feels like it though. It does feel like it. We're gonna get a new president up in here. Obama's on his way out. He's making some pretty bold moves on his way out, I guess you could say. He's doing some stuff. Stuff has been done. Let's talk about the stuff he's done. Not that he's done, but like stuff that actually passed since on his last year of presidencies. So he made a deal with Cuba and said, hey, we won't treat you like terrorists no more. They might actually let people go visit there. People might be able to come over here. Who knows? Eventually, I don't really know all the details of that whole thing. It's now legal for gays to get married in the United States of America. So that's a thing that happened. What else has gone down? Just to fill the people in that don't follow American stuff. What else has happened in America? Let's see. A crazy white guy shot a bunch of black people, and they took down the Confederate flag. And a lot of companies said, hey, we're not going to sell this Confederate flag anymore. Not that the black guy did it for the Confederate flag, but that's who they blamed for some reason. They're like, hey, must have been that flag. He made people crazy and want to shoot people. It's not his surroundings or anything that makes him crazy. It's just that one flag thing. So that they took down that flag after all that, and what else happened? It doesn't bring the people back to life or anything, but it's something. It's something. But my only concern is, I know they're not erasing history, but they're talking about like taking shows that use that Confederate flag and no longer showing those shows, and I don't know. It's just become really dumb. If you try to erase history, you're just bound to repeat it then. So, like, it's a slippery slope. Because America, for a long time, was very racist. Still are. So, trying to hide that fact, though, is like, kind of retarded, I guess. To not have any better words to say it. It's really dumb. Dumb stuff. And, I guess no one really cares either way. What else? I mentioned the gay marriage and that other stuff. Oh, they also made a deal with Iran, which is pretty controversial. I can't even talk. You know what I meant. Controversy. There's a lot of controversies about that damn topic. Because my English is good. I'm sorry. I'll just blame being sleep deprived for everything. I wasn't dumb before this. I used to be a smart person. Now that I'm sleep deprived, I have something to blame it on. Smarts. So anyway, they made a deal with Iran. So that happened. Well, it's actually going through now, but like, probably gonna be a deal with Iran when it's all said and done. And they won't be able to make nuclear weapons, but they'll be able to have nuclear power. They'll finally be a nuclear power. Yada 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 yada. So whatever. I don't really have any thoughts on any of this stuff. The gay marriage, yeah, that's cool. I didn't care either way. Murdering black people, we shouldn't do that. The murder stuff. But not just the blacks. We shouldn't murder anyone. We should, pull out of all the wars that we're in and just not murder. Like, if you want to be a godly state, though, right? Let's just not murder anyone. Just turn the other cheek. What would Jesus bomb? So anyways, that happened, and I said that stuff. But what else has been going down? A bunch of movies that are coming out. Like, if you guys didn't know, like 2014, 2015, that's like the years of the nerds. Like the Nerds' Revenge. If you ever saw those movies, like that's what came about. Like that was like an actual thing way back in the 90s, but that actually happened. Like when all the nerds grew up and they're like, you know what? We could make movies about comic books. And there's gonna be more Star Wars movies, and it's like, nerd heaven right now as far as media is concerned. Not everything's perfect. Some things are still but we're getting, Marvel movies back to back. It's great. It's a great time to be living. Glad that at the end of my life, I get to see all these awesome Marvel movies. I'm not saying it's the end of my life. I might live another, 50 years or so. But, we never know when we're gonna go. But I'm glad that, I'll be able to take my son, hopefully, to Star Wars, Episode 7, 8, 9. That's awesome. It's going to be a lot of catch-up films that we're going to have to watch. Episode 1, I'm not looking forward to. Like, if you can reboot that, that'd be great. Or make a revised version where you just take out the pod races and, I guess that's all you really need to take out. Jar Jar Binks. Take out Jar Jar Binks' whole race and the pod races, and we're good. And that's a good movie, then. And, instead of the pod races, just have another half hour of Sith fighting Jedi, and we're golden. Because that's the only thing the movie was lacking, and that's the only thing that really irked me with the pod races. It irked a lot of fans, though. Like the whole, the kid's acting. I remember that now. It's not good. But he was a kid, and the other options weren't that great either, so George Lucas did what he could. So I'm super psyched. I've seen all the trailers for all these movies, and I'm really looking forward to watching Episode 7 with my family. yeah. What else? What else went down with all that? In between those films, between the Star Wars films. Well, if you didn't know, George Lucas no longer owns the rights to Star Wars. He sold it. If I'm talking to somebody from the 1940s or, from the future that doesn't know all this stuff, at the time, George Lucas used to own the rights to Star Wars. Then he sold it to Disney, and then Disney was like, "Let's make some money!" And the little mouse was like, "Yeah, let's make money." That's not my impression of Mickey Mouse. It's okay, I'm sleep deprived, brah. Anyways, so, yeah, I do horrible impressions because I'm sleep deprived. That'll be an ongoing running joke whenever I misspeak or do something horrible. It's just sleep deprivation. Cheers. So yeah, Mickey wanted lots of money because he bought it for, I don't know, $7 billion. I don't really know the numbers really. 700 billion. I don't know the exact 700 million. It was somewhere, I want to say there was a 7 in the number. And it was either millions or billions of dollars. It was shitloads of cash they threw at that dude. And George Lucas was like, yeah, I wasn't going to do anything with it. Have them. Have at it, Disney. So that went down, and now Disney's going to make oodles and boodles of money. If you're watching this from the future, if Disney's the only company left in media, I wouldn't be surprised if they owned a monopoly on all media ever. They bought out Warner Brothers and these other companies that used to be there, like Fox and Sony. Not that they would have to buy out Sony, but like Sony will do themselves in. Warner Brothers, if they're smart, they can stick in the game for a long, long time. But if they keep on making stupid moves, I can see them having the same fate as Sony. But if you're watching this from the future, you know which company won the media wars. And it's not looking for good for the other companies. Right now, I got my money on Disney for winning. They also bought the rights to Marvel, which was a kind of huge deal. They don't own all the rights. They still don't have the rights to Fantastic Four, which I guess they have written, like they stopped making the Fantastic Four comic. They'll let it die down and wait until nobody cares and then buy the rights up for dirt cheap, I'm guessing. And then revitalize the Fantastic Four, maybe, if they're not sick of the Fantastic Four. What other things did I not talk about with the nerd stuff? So yeah, we've been seeing a lot more Marvel movies that have been pretty up to par. Like, started off weak, but it's getting mo and mo better. They have movies, lined up till 2020. So it's like, yeah, they got plans, yo. They got plans. We're releasing a movie every 3 months or so. And I think maybe 6 months is the biggest break. But it's like, yo, it's Marvel movie after Marvel movie after Star Wars movie after Marvel movie. And DC not DC, because they're not really. Warner Brothers owns the rights to DC now. That might be changed in the future if you're watching this from the future. But yeah. DC followed suit and was like, yeah, if Marvel can do a movie they can do 3 movies a year. We're gonna try to do the same. I do enjoy what Marvel is missing. They're missing a huge chunk of change in releasing animated ones. Like, they do have animated ones. They have them on their network, their Disney network. I think Marvel deserves its own channel and just do cartoons. Do old school cartoons, do new school cartoons, do digital comic books, do it all, man. Like, make all that money. Make all of it. So that's what started the great media wars. And I was alive for it. You know, I was kicking while the great media war started. The great comic media wars. And, you know, comics, you know, in paperback form is a dying thing. It's like, are people really still buying comic books? Not unless they're important ones. But the comic book companies have, like, they know that now, and they're trying to make all the comic books the important ones. They're going to get burnt out, comic book readers and comic fans, because it can't all be, you know, world-changing events. Because if it's not a world-changing event, then it's just like, meh. But readers will get burnt out either way. Because if every comic series is a world-changing event, you're like, yeah, I've read this story already 8 billion times. But we'll see. We'll see. So I can't really complain. My job's going well. Stuff I do for an actual job, that's good stuff. My YouTube did take a big hit. I deleted some of my more popular videos that were bringing in a lot of revenue because of these third-party companies putting, like, their little claims on them, trying to make all the monies off of me. I didn't like that much, so I deleted some of the more popular ones. I took a big hit with that. Next time I'll just suck it up and let them mooch off me or whatever. Yeah, it's a mistake I made. But I'm slowly coming back. I'm coming back. It's getting there. I can't really talk about how much I was making or how much I'm making now, but just know I took a hit. So anyway, it's all these. Oh, so let's talk about another thing. President of Nintendo, dead. He died. All the YouTubers are making money off of it now. Like, that's pretty sad state of affairs. I guess this is classifies as making money off of his death, but it's just a quick mention. This, you know, well, however long this video is, 2-hour video isn't, you know, that's not why people are viewing it, is to hear that I mentioned the death of, I don't even know how to pronounce the dude's name. He was the president of Nintendo. He held up bananas. That's how I remember him. There's a short video of him holding up some bananas, looking at them, and then looking at the screen. Forever remembered. I thought his depiction of Mario was kind of racist. So, whichever. He died, though, at 50-something. 50-something, dude's dead. Alright, so that happened for your gaming news. Yeah, all these. It's funny, though, like, everybody is just gonna make money off of it. Like, yeah, but monetize it. Let's talk about it and monetize it. And, yeah, we're the worst people ever. We're the worst human beings, the YouTubers. I'm just kidding. Maybe not the worst. There's probably worser. Torturers and Jack Bowers out there. I'm sure they exist. Whatever. Jack Bauer's a fictional character, if you didn't know. He tortures terrorists and other people. And he has a show on Fox. I don't know. I didn't really watch the show. I think it's called 24. If you want to go check it out. Yeah, check that one out. It's about torturing terrorists. Terrorists are the thing we used to have back in the, I don't know, they've been around forever, but not really big deal was made over the terrorists around like the 90s and the 2000s when we had a couple false flag events and they blamed terrorism. So we went to war with the word terrorism, and that's your terrorists trivia news thing. I know I've probably said like 8 billion times. I wasn't really prepared for this. I didn't write any talking notes out or anything like that, so I was just winging it, kind of, just filling in where as if you would be, up to date with anything, or if you're from the future and you know nothing about this stuff, just filling you in what happened back then, way back when. What else has gone down since then? So, and if you are watching this, you shouldn't watch 24. It's a shitty show. So, there's that. So don't watch that. I'm sure there's better shows in the future. If YouTube is still around, I'm sure it would be. Google's not going anywhere. Apple's not gonna go anywhere. In the future, we might have hover cars. These things on the road might not exist. But who are we kidding? We're not gonna have hover cars. In the future, you might travel through pipes to get to your location. I don't know how it's gonna work then. Or you might still have cars. Who knows? Who knows? We might still be on fossil fuel if that's still around, but I doubt it. In the future, my predictions. My predictions for the future. I don't know what they'll be driving then. I don't know. I guess it depends on how far in the future we're talking. Oh, you say 10 years? Let's see. What will they be? They'll be driving cars in 10 years, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not run on gas. Maybe it'll be run on... hopefully it won't be gas. Hopefully we ran out by that point, but I doubt it. That's even if the world lasts another 20, 15 years. We don't know. Might figure out the next big bomb and just blow ourselves to kingdom come. Alright, so this YouTube app cut me off. I do not like that YouTube app. I was trying to talk to these people about the future. You're just gonna crash on me? That's not cool. I was actually considering buying you. If you're not gonna work, then I don't see the point in buying you. So make sure you work. I hope this goes on to the same event. I don't know if it's going to be broken up into 2 different events or how that actually works. I've never been cut off before like that. This is the first time we use this app. So, I don't know. But I'll go home and I'll check my feed and make sure everything's good. I hope one event doesn't override the other event. But if it is 2 different events, sorry about that. This was supposed to be a live-ish stream. Live-ish. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be a live stream. I don't know how any of this works. Hopefully there's in the future there will be a better YouTube app where you can stream live, broadcast live to your channel. In the future. I'm gonna stop doing that because it's stupid. But, whatever. You know? I guess I did talk for a long time and the app was sick of it. And it was just like, hey, if you're not gonna put out good content, I'm just gonna crash. Take them apples and shove them. You know where to shove them. Right in the poop chute. I can't say any phrase good. My phrasing no good. So I was talking about the cars they'll drive in the future, and hopefully we'll have awesome bicycles that can go like really fast, and you don't really have to work too hard to pedal them, unless you want to work hard to pedal them. Battery technology in the future, because that's the only thing that's really holding us back right now is the battery technology. So if we improve that in the future, then hopefully things will be awesome. We won't even need cars. That'd be my idealistic future, that everyone drives bicycles. Because they're safer. You know, you lug around your couch on your bicycle. Probably not, but they'll probably still be easy cars. But if one could dream, right? One could dream. I am going to end this feed. In the future, not in the distant future, but like when I get close enough to my house for people to recognize, hey, that's where this guy lives. Then I'll probably end the feed, because I don't need any more stalkers than I got. I already got a couple, so anything that avoids more stalkers. Not like I'm a person to stalk. Like if you want to stalk someone that cares. I don't care. So don't stalk me. But let's say about 10-20 minutes I will end this feed. Then you'll have no idea where I live. If you want to connect with me though, follow me on Twitter. You can be my Facebook friends. I did make my Facebook private recently. I did have one of them there stalkers trying to stalk me on the Facebooks. So, just to avoid all that, I am monitoring who actually adds me now. So if you listen to this stalker, I can smell a fake profile a mile away. So don't make no fake profile, but like, oh, add me. You said add me on the YouTube. That's for non-stalker people. People that don't want to stalk me, send things to my house and whatnot. Don't do any of that. Don't call me on my personal telephone number. There's other ways for us to connect if you want to feel more connected. I can start doing hangouts. My back of my throat is so scratchy right now. I don't know if I need water. I just got spit. It is pretty scratchy. So yeah, what are the other ways that you can connect with me? You can follow me on Instagram. I don't know if that'll exist in the future. Facebook owns it, and I think Facebook owns it. I'm pretty sure Facebook bought it at one point. And they're kind of competing with themselves, like Facebook and Instagram. So I'm sure they'll merge the two services together. because Facebook's stupid. I don't think they would actually do that though, because they realize that's the reason why they bought it, because they realize, hey, the younger kids aren't making Facebook profiles, so let's just buy Instagram, because that's where the kids are going. But I'm sure in the future there'll be a social media thing that's way better than all these things that we had back when. And we're like, oh man, remember when they used to have to do different things on different websites to get things done? And then your grandpa would be like, no, I remember when in the future. But, yeah, that man has been sleep depression. Sleep deprivation. That's what I meant to say, but the words aren't just coming, they're not coming out right. They're just coming out all kinds of wrong. But that's okay. You know, I'll go home, hopefully get like an hour or two nap thug on. That would be nice, but that's never gonna happen. My grass is very unmowed. It hasn't been mowed in weeks. Sorry about that grass. I'm sure grass likes it when you don't mow it though. I'm pretty positive of this. Like, that must hurt a lot. Like, imagine getting the majority of your body hacked off. You know, that probably doesn't feel good. But we don't care. We're like, oh, it looks better if you cut it, bro. No, it doesn't. Grass looks like shit when you cut it. I don't know. I like long grass. I hope someday that will be the social norm, to just have long grass instead of short grass. I hope someday it'll be the social norm to actually have pubic hair instead of not having. Well, it's not that you not have it. It's that I hope it's a thing where you don't shave pubic hair ever again, or shave anything, and we can just live as the animals that we are. That would be nice. What other things do I have for my utopia that people don't want to sign up for? Free food, organic, natural food. Instead of planting, be a mandatory thing that every house has. What are houses? We don't need houses in my utopia future. But a lot of fruit trees growing year round. That'd be nice. Let's get back to the times where things were actually more like the Indians. So take the Indians example, the way they lived off the land and all that stuff, and let's modernize it. You know, free Wi-Fi for everyone, free energy to those who need it, free medicine, free everything, right? Let's just free up the planet. Free it up. Let's do away with currency. That's just bullshit. Just another thing to separate us and keep us stuck in this rat race. Let's do away with time. Completely. Who cares? It's nighttime or it's daytime. That's what time it is. What other things can we do to dumb down and simplify everything? Education, that should be free. Knowledge, that should be free. Let's say, if you're paying for education or something, that's not the way it should work. What other things? Everyone should just work together instead of working against each other. That'd be great if everyone could just work together. Borders, who needs them, right? We don't need borders anymore. That's like an ancient thing where we try to protect territories and whatever. Who needs all that when we're all working together? Nobody. The internet has brought us a lot closer to this utopia, I think. And in the same regards, it has distanced us, like, through through like trolls and whatever, but everyone should have a voice, and everyone's voice should be tied to their ID, their internet ID number. If you want to be responsible enough to say mean things, everyone should be able to see the mean things that you say. There should be no hiding under fake profiles or anything like that in the future. So yeah, what else could our utopia use? I don't know. If you have any ideas for a great utopia, leave them in the comment section, and we'll make a better world for this place. We'll just project our perfect utopia out there, and then maybe when all the politicians, when we don't need politicians, we can create this utopia, one person at a time, right? So let's just ignore the whole politics and the politician thing. We'll just ignore all that and pretend they don't even exist. And just live the life that you want to live. Don't worry about making a utopia or making the world a better place. Just do stuff that makes you happy. Don't do the stuff that doesn't make you happy. Because then you're just wasting time, and we have so little of it, really. So just do what you want and be the best person you can be. Try to help others, because if you do help others, you'll find that it does bring you a lot of gratification. It brings a lot of confidence. There's a lot of good things that happen in your brain hole when you help other people. So let's all help each other. And if you need help, let me know. I will try to assist you any way I can. If you need a shout out video, if you need, me to do anything, want me to come on your show and talk, I will do so. This is an open invitation to everyone in the entire planet. If you want me to DM a game, a role-playing game, I can do so, or just need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you guys. So just take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. So anywho, this is the part 2 of Hellride, the live version. I'm not gonna turn it off, but as soon as I get down to this other street, and then I get down to this other street, then I'm gonna turn it off just for. Not that I don't want you to know where I live, but there are some crazies out there as far as 2015 goes, and some of those crazies I don't want them to know where I live. So since I'm driving home, it's just a safety precaution, so nobody tries to hurt me or my fams. Maybe in the future there will be no need to do that, and everyone can just know where everyone else lays their head at night. But we don't live in that utopia yet, so we gotta do what we gotta do to protect our own. What else don't we need in a utopia future? I don't think we need guns. If we all dismantled all of our guns, I don't think we really need them. They are nice for hunting and whatever, but in the future, I did say it right, but in the future, I don't think we'll need to hunt. That's more of a caveman type thing. If we could all just live on Soylent, we'll be fine. So yeah, I said that. I'm not suggesting that we eat human. I'm just saying that there's probably something more nutritious and more better that's going to last us the long haul. Because nothing that we're doing right now is sustainable. I can talk words. I'm really sleepy, but Yeah, if we can just come up with something that's a little bit more better. That's all I'm trying to say. And that'd be great. So I'm gonna, in this next light, I'm gonna end the feed. And I won't see you again until the next time I make a video. But yeah, call me if you need me or whatever. You got my number. If you don't have my number, I do broadcast it once in a while. If you type in "call me" and look at that video, it actually has my phone number there. So if you're feeling depressed or you want to talk to somebody, just let me know. I'll be there for you. Alright, peace out, internet. Thank you for watching and all that.